a baby horse? What do you think?
Oh, I think it's just like a small horse.
Yeah.
That as well. It's very healing here. Like, I know everyone keeps saying that, but healing in a way where everything around you is so quiet. So you're quiet. Also, don't think that I knew how much I needed this. But then again, I do think I knew, because that's why I'm here, right? This is maybe 3 years after figuring out what happened. Being here lets me know that it's okay to accept it. It's okay to talk about it. Without feeling the pain over and over again. I guess the last couple years have really been difficult. And I was neglectful to myself most of that time. I guess I learned neglect, so doing it against myself was pretty easy. So this is like week 2 of the residency. It's been pretty awesome. Although yesterday I was sick for quite some time. I think I either got food poisoning or something. I thought it was like a stomach virus, and it started that night. We ate a cinnamon roll, me and Sarah. Then I woke up at probably like 2, 3 a.m. and things went sideways. I was like, okay, you're gonna have to just figure out a way to get back to my room, make it back to my bed. I started vomiting more. And then at this point, they start bringing me the fluids. Things that I don't think I've ever taken before. Oh, we got this bark from the tree, and you need to take it, all of it down, so you can re-throw it back up. So then you can take this other fluid drink, and then that one is supposed to stay down. But we need you to do it all right now. Please, just take me to some help. I'm used to American medicine, okay? Things work in America conveniently, efficiently, and fast. And I'm used to, yes. Bring me a Subway sandwich. Bring me some apple juice, you know? I'm going in and out. I don't even really know what you're saying to me. I'm trying to process it. And at one point, honestly, I just gave up. I was just like, okay, I don't know where I am anymore. I can't even find the light. The light is missing.
I took one look at her and I said, she needs a drip. She needs a drip and nothing less.
Anyway, when I finally made it back to my body, what a welcome, because I had felt like I was walking in the land of the dead. And because I don't even know how I even got sick in the first place. It wasn't the cinnamon roll, obviously, because Sarah did not get sick. But we all ate the same things. Anyway, so as we continue along this journey in Costa Rica, we come across a little bump. I can't remember if this was after or before I was sick. It's just kind of like once I got sick, everything took a turn. So before.
Okay, I broke through the barriers. I broke through the barbed wire. perimeters and I said, get me on not my property. I need to get off the property that I'm on because the wheels have fallen off. We're in hysterics. We're up in arms. Okay, it's recording, thank God. Can you imagine? It just all of a sudden, it just got us all of a sudden. I don't know when, where or how. I could use this footage without being liable for something. I'm not gonna name names.
That person has no name because that person can't have a name. But that person must be discussed.
I think I have to do something where I have to not be defamatory or something like that. Defamatory, disparaging. I can't be disparaging. I know that's a law. Okay. So I don't know how to tell this story without being disparaging because it's nothing but disparage. We're out here in the wilderness with nothing to scroll and nothing to smoke. We get offered to be taken to a place that has Wi-Fi.
Mind you, this is Christy's first time at a hostel.
And off we go. And everything's fine, right? Everything's fine. I check my DMs, not that many. Think my phone's gonna blow up? Kinda doesn't. I get a couple emojis from my auntie and that's it. So I'm highly triggered. You know, I'm like, because I was expecting my phone to break. I was expecting me to not have Wi-Fi for a few days, lead to my entire phone breaking when all the messages came through. It turns out, you know, I'm not as popular as I thought, but that's a whole separate video. I book flights in a haste to get out of here at the end of my time here. I'm in all sorts because I don't like doing things on my phone. I want things on a computer. I want things on a big screen because I don't trust it. Cookies, you know, why am I accepting them? Then the cars have to split up because we can't all fit in one car. And so some of us go back early. We get back to the place and we're waiting for the other girls to come back. One of these girls has tobacco. So we're looking at her like she's a piece of meat. I can't deny it and I can't excuse it. That was the truth. We spent 12 hours without nicotine and we were like, someone's getting sacrificed. So she comes back and we pounce. We got one track vision. Where are you? Where's the papers? What's going on? Get over here. Bring everything. So we're not cognizant of the fact that we've got guests, like guests that are not a part of staying where we're staying, that have come, that have been our taxi drivers, that have been friends of friends, whatever, what have you, and they're all staying for dinner now all of a sudden.
The dinner that was not discussed in the group. I don't want to share. I don't want to be a part of the sharing circle. I really don't feel like eating dinner with strangers. We were supposed to cook the dinner and serve the dinner and then let them come into our spaces to see our art. And we didn't know anybody put out an invite. So we're like, cool. When are these people leaving? It appears that they don't. It appears that they're not. One of them does, however, one of them does. But one of them stays, one of them makes themselves quite comfortable. Quite comfortable if I don't say so myself. So this person stays the night in our abode that we've paid for. And I wake up in the morning and I leave my room clothed, which is unusual. Beepity bop up the stairs and it's like 5 a.m. in the morning. Because we think that it's just us here. No, but we have guests now all of a sudden. So anyways, I come out. He's there on his laptop. Hello. Good morning. And I'm like, because the internet came back. So he's here sucking up all our Wi-Fi. Okay, which is a precious resource. I just said hello in that way that was like, I'm using the words hello, but I'm actually saying something completely different. And he's making coffee.
And I just grab it. I just grab it from out of the thing, and I pour myself a coffee, and I walk out of the room. And I walk in a way that's like, get out of my way. I'm making you think that I'm walking out of the room, but I'm walking directly towards you because I need you to move.
My girl Sarah was like, I'm about to go to mother's meeting. Where you at? And I'm like, right behind you. Let me put on some clothes.
Have a meeting about it because it's an item on the agenda. And we're like, no. What happened? When did this happen? Turns out this man slept in some bunk beds in a communal room where there are communal peoples.
I don't care what you do on your own personal time. Don't care. Here's the thing though, if you're sharing a space with someone, you fill them in on if someone new is going to be in that space. If you're that person that's someone new, don't be that person that stays over. Don't be that person without knowing if everyone consented to you being over. Don't be that person, okay?
No permission from anyone but potentially one person, yet to be confirmed. But he just made himself right at home. Stayed for dinner, slept over, smoked the ciggies, drank the wine, and then he's up doing his little emails, okay? On a Saturday morning at 5 a.m. Never in my life. Never in my life. So we get out there and we just start procedures. You know, we just start figuring out what are we doing, because somebody's head is going to roll. A head is either going to roll or it's going to get cracked. Metaphorically. Allegedly. So he comes out with purpose. You know, when people come out with purpose, it's not just like they come out from around the corner like... No, he was coming like, I'm coming to have a cigarette with my coffee. And one of my girls was like, we're talking about you. We are talking about you. And we are talking about your lack of manners. And how are you going to answer to that, sir? Because you can't be here. You cannot be here. This is not a hotel. This is not a hostel. What do you have to say for yourself? Do you know what he says about himself? He says, oh, I'm sorry. It's a cultural thing. I'm European. Oh, no, you did not. No, you did not make reference to the continent.
You're European? European. That is your way of saying I have a lack of respect for everyone else's spaces because I'm European? Come on now. Don't do that. Don't do that.
I'm sitting there Serbian. My girl is German. We want to speak to your mother. We want to speak to your mother right now. And we said, no. Excuse me. Also, what are you saying about Americans? Do you think Americans just bowl into people's homes, take all their goodies, stay the night, make coffee, do emails? I've never seen an American do that, and I've seen Americans do things. Appalling. Anyway, so we were like, you just have to go. You have no idea who any of us are. You slept in a room with some of us. You have no idea what that would make some of us feel like. You did that completely uninvited, completely unannounced. Girlie had to wake up in the middle of the night to be like, hang on a second. Feels like someone's in here. Seems like someone's in here. Someone's in here.
And so when you're also being confronted, do not gaslight us. Ew.
Dead. Livid. I'm livid. If you can't tell. So, he's gone. He rode off on his little bike. He did try to say, he was like, oh, I've just got to wait for, my housemate to wake up.
Sir. Get your things.
You need to get on your bike right couldn't believe it. It's disappointing. Like, aside from all the theatrics of it, which I obviously enjoy, you know, props.
I was a little bit dramatic. Can you believe it?
But it's like, how did this turn so quickly? We were all here, like, so connected to one another, making art, loving life, getting ripped off. And then, yeah, people just started, like, coming and going like it's a train station. And that's really hard for me, because this would be the time that I would just leave. This would be the time where I would just be like, cool, I'm taking my things and I'm leaving, and I'm writing a review and an email. Scathing, of the scathing variety. But I can't do that, because one of these men needs to take me to the fucking airport. You know what I mean? Like, you're relying on everybody at all times, and people take advantage and people take the piss. We went and stayed at a quote-unquote hostel, allegedly, also known as Fire Hazard 101.
Insanely hazardous, like,
to get internet. And this person who runs the hostel was like, yeah, come through, stay at the hostel, $40 a night, $15 for the second night, you may as well stay 2 nights, why would you come down only for 1 night? You get a private room, lies you tell. Lies you tell.
There were no uno solo dolo rooms.
And guess where the lock is on the room? On the outside of the room. So you lock us in, and there's 1 exit.
And I know that is not okay. It was just a lot. It was just problematic.
And I just found out that if you want to have a fire safety certified situation, you need to have more than 1 exit. I don't even know that. Now I'm going to be looking out. You know what I'm saying? Add that to the list. Add that to the itinerary. Check exits. Multiples. I want to see multiple exits if you want me in your space. And if you want to take my money. Whoa, 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 whoa. That person screws loose. Screws fucking loose. And I honestly think that's what set it off. It started there because we went in all naive and all innocent, thinking we don't have Wi-Fi. This person has Wi-Fi. We're at our wits' end. We need to speak to our families. We'll do anything at this point. We're vulnerable, artistic, sensitive women who rely on the internet. You know, this person was like, oh, you know, I'm putting together like a volunteer thing.
And we're going to have the locals come, and the people of this community, code for expats, come and like buy your things maybe. But we want you to give us 10% of your earnings. I'm sorry, what? Yeah, I am also not participating.
We are going to ask you to do programs and services.
So I was like, no, I'm not going to give any presentations. I'm not going to be able to take you through my space. I'm going to be able to close this door and just sit in here and chill and read a book.
I don't know what's going to happen next. I'm really not feeling that creative. Right now it just feels like I'm on high alert for misogyny, bigotry, racism, colonialism, fuck your feelingsism. You know, I'm not ashamed to admit it. I'm counting down the days. And I think at this point it's like there's 2 weeks. Oh my god. I think there's 2 weeks left. Definitely not what I expected, and continues to be not what I expected. It just keeps unfolding in this, like, now this is happening, and now this is happening. And I'm not even thinking about, like, what is this here to teach me? No, this is here to teach me that these motherfuckers need to go back to school. I don't need to learn anything. Yeah, maybe that's what I need to meditate on today, is like not so much thinking about how I can, you know, inflict my feelings onto someone of like, what the fuck? You've sent me into shock, now I'm gonna shock you. now I'm gonna really fuck you up. It's more like, if I listen to how I feel underneath, which is like, I feel disappointed, betrayed, or just manipulated, really is taken advantage of. Like, that's the main feeling, is like, you are taking advantage of my naivety, of my kindness, of my sensitivities, of my creativities. You're taking advantage of all of it. And I gave you my money, and I'd be willing to give you my money, but this has to be equitable, because you are taking the piss, and I want to leave, and unfortunately there's no Uber here. The princess needs her chariot, but she's on her hind legs. I don't know, man. I'm just glad the internet's back. One problem solved. Okay, at least I can alert the authorities. But where are they?
Anyway, that was a whole thing, and it led to a whole nother thing the next day. It was a journey. That's all I can say about that.